Good afternoon. It is October 2nd, 2023, and today we had two legs down. Looks like prices are trying to get this second leg down, and they're failing. So I think this is a reversal happening right now. I think we'll at least get to the opening price, and my guess is we'll either turn down and really sell off, or continue to test higher levels of resistance, like the closing price from Friday, the midline of the overnights. But there's some decent buying coming in right now. So in the overnight, we had this pretty big leg down. 5 o'clock comes right about here, and so maybe you take this one, but you're pretty late in the move, so it's risky. You can see a break, move to a new low, but I started to anticipate a second leg down. So if you just measure this one, there's plenty of room back. So that doesn't happen, at least not immediately. But that second entry gets you a little something. It's also a hidden second entry. That's another reason it's aggressive. But anyway, we bounce here and reverse, and I don't see any way to get in on this rally. A lot of dojis in here, but to me it just felt like it was just a correction. It's not one of those super strong trends. I mean, it is, but it didn't seem like one that's going to last very long. And you can see it broke right at this price area, which is the close from Friday. Makes this double top before it goes lower, and maybe you take this failed second entry long above the right below the engulfing bar, or when it engulfs, I should say. You get a second entry here, but those are 1, 2, 3, 4 inside bars of that big bar, so I don't think you want to take that. But it does make another leg down before it reverses. And here we had a news item which made it rocket up to the midline of the overnight range, and you get these matching highs here right at that midline. I marked it red. It probably should be green, but I like that. Yeah, I'll mark that green. So then we start to move lower, and then you get a first entry, second entry short. Pretty bearish signal bar. We just bounced off that midline. The bias is down. You're buying pretty high if you think this is like a range. One thing I want to mention is we gapped up in the overnight. And so obviously prices were trying to close that gap. But that area is probably going to get tested, and that happens to be the midline of the overnight range. So anyway, we get that second entry. I believe this to be a break, and then we get a few legs down and then just sideways stuff. So this looks like a double test off the trend line. So huge bearish bar. Maybe you take that, write it down to these lows. And then we come down here and you get a first entry, second entry short off of the trend channel. So yeah, we had a break and a move to a new low, but it looks like this trend line is still influencing prices. Good enough for a scalp, but not much more. Stops those people out, goes lower, and then it reverses. And I don't see how to get in on this. This right here, I don't. Yeah, basically what happened is the sellers took profits at this midline, and the buyers used that as support, and it created 1, 2, 3 legs up, or 1 leg up, 2 legs within 1 leg here. So we break above the midline, and all these people get trapped going long, and the floor just falls out. And so pretty sure I got trapped going long here too, because it just looks like it's going to reverse. First entry failed, second entry short, or failed second entry long right here, but you're kind of in no man's land. This is a very strong move down. Continues to sell off. And you get a break, move to a new low, and I looked at this as a spike and channel down. I don't see how you could go short or long in here. I don't think you want to take this higher low back to the EMA just because the bias is down, and the moves down have been stronger than the moves up, other than this one. This was a really nice move up, but wasn't sold on that. Come up here, and this confirms our trend channel, and it looks like a second entry short, so I like that one. This is actually a second entry short, but we don't have confirmation of the trend channel yet. That's also a double test right there, so I like that one. That might be red. Sell off, and you can see we come up short of the trend line, so you got to be careful, but you do get a second entry short and then a lower high. So I like that one. I think the second entry short is a little too neutral for me, but I like this one, and it gets you a scalp, but that's it before it reverses. And you get this channel of correction. You get a failed second entry short. I thought this was a good place to go long, but you can see they get you your scalp, and then you get this trap. So you might take that one too, because that's right off that level of resistance. And then people take their profits, and the sellers take their profits for whatever reason, and it rockets up again. And then we come up to the opening price and sell off. Very strong move down, break, move to a new low. I'll draw that. Break, move to a new low, and prices are just flip-flopping. And what I think is happening is the sellers are trying to hit the measured move on the low side, and I think that there's just, since we haven't hit the measured move, the measured leg target, I think the buyers just want to reverse it. But a lot of fighting going on between the bears and the bulls. So here's the daily chart. You can see we're finding support off that trend line, and there's also the range that I've been drawing. Measured move of the range. So there's reasons we're holding down here. So anyway, I hope everyone had a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow.